And we're back for day 22. So, in the last part, I did a 3 day sort of condensed supercut, which I thought was awesome. I'm going to be doing that again where I fast forward through the boring bits and stop and talk about some of the more interesting things that I'm finding that are new. So, in the last episode on day 19, drafted a bunch of new rooms on days 19 and 20 actually, and 21. I drafted the laundry room, which didn't provide anything new, but I did figure out that I can swap things if I have an excess of keys or gems or coins. I can go there and swap them. I found the bookshop, which had a lot of important looking books. I found out about a new book called A New Clue from Marion Marigold, the kidnapped author, or the author that went missing that we're still trying to figure out what happened. And it was released actually after she disappeared, which was interesting. And so that's for sale in the bookshop, and also the first edition of the History of Arindia is in the bookshop, which probably is unredacted. So the version that we read was missing a bunch of information, and this one I bet is not. I also drafted the freezer and found that there's a ton of items in there, but they're all frozen, so I need to figure out how to thaw it. And then on day 21, things got insane. I had the best run I've had ever, and I got a library book called A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, and I figured out that I'm probably going to have to use the checkout histories on those books and other notes around the house to piece together a timeline of when guests were staying at the house. Because I'm starting to recognize names, more names on those checkout histories, and it's giving me dates. So I can sort of line those up, and I think that's going to be really important. And I got a map of Reddington from the book, which might help me piece together some sort of locations. I finally got the root cellar in combination with the shovel, and I was able to dig up 25 different sites. So I had tons of keys and everything, which I unfortunately didn't even get to use all of them. I got the laboratory and tried out a really successful experiment that got me tons of coins, because every time I unlocked a security door, I got like 3 coins for every bedroom or every red room is what it was. So I was able to unlock lots of security doors, and I had way too many coins actually. It was unfortunate that I didn't have the bookshop, because I would have been able to buy some of those important books. I spent a fair amount of effort trying to figure out how to open the basement door. I got the locksmith and I tried to buy a lock picking kit. I tried to buy a special key. I picked up a million different keys throughout the house. None of them worked on opening the basement door. So I think I'm probably not going to put as much direct effort into that. And if I happen to come across a basement key, then great. But it seems to be resisting me. So, so we'll just see if we get lucky and come across that. I got a new room called the Drafting Studio, and I read the Drafting Strategies Volume 1 book. But the cool thing is that I permanently added a room called the Solarium to my drafting pool, which, if I'm able to draft it, increases the likelihood of pulling more unusual and rare floor plans. And then I got to the pump room, and I managed to drain the pool, which gave me a ton of coins. So, like I said, I finished day 21 with like over 60 coins that I didn't get to use. And then I drained the aquarium, which gave me a hint about a couple dig places around the house that are not marked with dirt. So you don't know they're there unless you know they're there. One of them was in the patio, which I went to, and it gave me a key to open a file cabinet which contained a birth certificate of Marion, which I'm sure is really important. And it also gave me her birth date, which might open a safe or something like that. And the last thing I saw when I was watching this back later is that the birth certificate has one of those sigils on it. And I found a book that tells you how to decode a sigil. And in this case, when I did that, and I don't know what any of this means or why it might be important, but I found that the core of the sigil was Fen Aries. The rays were not known according to the book because the page had been ripped out, but then I noticed that the example from the book uses the same sigil, and it tells me that the rays were fog. The moats were martial, and the border was red or banners. I don't know what any of that means, but I think it'll come in handy later. And that's the only sigil I've seen. So here we go with day 22. I'll be fast forwarding from here on out to get you to the interesting parts of it quicker. So I was curious if the water level changes are permanent, and it appears that they are. So next time I have access to the pump room, I'll want to make sure that that I leave it in a state where it'll benefit me if I get rooms that I don't have access to on that day, but I might have access to on another day. I just drafted the solarium for the first time, so let's see what we have in here. Mr. Nogula. Anne wanted me to remind you, once again, that it's expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again, so to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it will stick. Sympathetically, Bridget. Okay, so we're going to learn how to open the cloister wall. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the two pillars on either side of you. That seems easy enough. I've been taking note of the various hats throughout the house, so it looks like we have a sun hat here. At least that's what I've been calling it in the solarium. Got another one of these box puzzles. We have a pawn in the solarium. That's a black pawn. And the nice part about the solarium is that I'm more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms, so I'm really excited about that if this run continues. Alright, let's see if we can solve this puzzle. They've been getting increasingly difficult, so I'm gonna have to get the green squares to the corners. But they tend to have kind of odd behavior here. Okay. Oh, I probably didn't want to do that. Wait. What? What? So yellow moves up until it gets to the top. But hitting what? Oh, you can transfer them from corner to corner. Okay. Yes. So you can do the diagonal corners. Oh, and that's it. So this one is stuck here. Right? Oh, that's okay. You can switch them back and forth. So that means, okay, I've got that. So this should be easy enough if I do that and that, right? Lock in the green, lock in the green. There we go. Should add 2 more. Yeah, to our allowance. Easy as pie. Well, that appears to be it for the solarium, so we got some useful information there about opening a secret area in the cloister. It looks like I did unintentionally leave the fountain drained, or at least partially. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remember next time to leave the fountain fully drained. So I'm seeing something interesting here. I got a treasure map when I was in the greenhouse, I think, and it points to the foundation room. And when I entered here, the map showed up and said this looks like the spot. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Time to start digging. Oh. I guess it just finds it. Please be like a basement key or something awesome. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. Ooh. 25 coins and 3 gems. Nice. So I just made it into the cloister and I opened up the middle area. I'm not exactly sure. It gave me a few dig spots because I have the root cellar. But I'm not sure the purpose otherwise. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is addressed to the same guy. Mr. Nogula, if you're reading this, it seems the day has finally come and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We've learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. So from this we know that the new groundskeeper was Mr. Nogula. And we have 2 more in our allowance, which is awesome. Oh, what is this? There's some letters written here. CXET. CXET. So this is it for day 22. It had a lot of promise, and I had a fair number of coins as well. I did a lot of backtracking, so I got a lot of steps. The greenhouse actually saved me at the end and gave me one last key, but I only found that one new room, or drafted one new room, which was the solarium, which promised to give me some rare and unusual floor plans. I didn't really see the benefit of that. I also opened up the cloister and got a clue in there. So, not totally unproductive. All right, let's start day 23. I just noticed that I think I've increased the water levels to the greenhouse, so that's why it kind of sounds like rain, but it's actually just the water's leaking out of these sprinklers. And I don't remember these flowers here. And one thing I didn't notice when I was here in the previous day is that these two flowers have gems in them. So it seems like increasing the water level to the greenhouse gets you a couple extra gems there. So I just got the battery pack for the first time. It provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. I'm not sure I've seen any battery-powered contraptions. I also, for the first time ever, got the lever, the broken lever, in combination with the greenhouse. So I'll be able to open up the east door of the antechamber. I found some kind of clue here, and this to me looks like the monitors in the security room, and one of them, the second from the left on the middle row, is being highlighted here. So next time I'm in the security room, I'm gonna have to check that out. I just ran power from the boiler room to the furnace for the first time, and it gave me a key. Let's see if it's special. Nope. Okay, I was thinking maybe I'd be able to use the furnace to, like, heat up the freezer or something like that, but apparently not. So that doodle of the security monitors that I found in the attic was looking at these center monitors. So if I look at the middle row, second from the left, it looks to me like the office. And it was sort of circled. So there's something about the office. the first time I've been able to use the broken lever here. This should open the south door. And let me double check, because I may already have a room attached to that. Okay. So, if I could somehow open the north door, then I would be able to get to the 10th rank. But I'm not sure I figured out how to do that yet. So let's see what the antechamber looks like. It's probably just an empty room, right? Whoa! To continue up, you must go down. Allowance? So I got lucky here because there was a bedroom that I upgraded that gives me allowance if I happen to get to the antechamber, and I did, so that worked out perfectly. And then what is this? Oh, the basement key. Yes. Okay, that symbol I've seen in many places, including the necklace that Clara, someone wears in all the pictures. So I'm gonna have to head back to the foundation and check that out. I'm in the laundry room, so let's check for a dig spot. When we emptied the aquarium, it showed us that there would be a dig spot in front of this middle washing machine or dryer. And we have a file cabinet key. So this is probably for the archives. I'll have to check that out. Last time I looked at this picture, I didn't have the magnifying glass, but now when I look at it with the magnifying glass, I can see it says green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. The valet was named Hartley. I have that in my notes. Green memos. I'm not even sure if I've been in Hartley's room. Headed back down to the foundation to see what's in the basement. Special key, basement key. Finally. What have we got? Is there some benefit to power here? Like can I send power to the foundation? Or to the room connected to the foundation? As far as I could tell, the foundation doesn't accept power, because I have the boiler room connected straight to it, and it didn't seem to be passing power through. But I may have to go back to the boiler room real quick and check that out. Oh, I can grab this? What the heck? It's the first time I've been able to do something. Oh, this is like there's a board game where you move cars around to try to get something to a destination. And it looks, this kind of reminds me of that. We have to kind of find our way through. Let's just check everything out before we go for that. Who are you? Okay. Let's just pull this as far as we can. Where is he pointing? Show me the way. Okay. Move this out of the way. Can I push this? No. Maybe it's not a puzzle. There's so much to see in here that I'm afraid I'm missing things. Move that a little bit. So it looks like I can make kind of a path through here. Not really a puzzle, more just a way to make kind of a shortcut. Yeah. This clock isn't working, and its time is stuck at 8:22-ish. Take note of that real quick. Basement clock stuck at 8:22. There's got to be significance to that. What the? What? It's an automatic one? Oh, it lifts up. So we can move this, and we can lift it and lower it, right? That definitely is sort of a puzzle, right? What would be the purpose of lifting it? I don't see any yet. I'm just gonna leave it there. There's gotta be something good down here, right? I have one of those filing cabinet keys, but I'm not sure. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, okay. What? We're gonna have to use that lift to close the gap here. And when we do that, we'll be able to walk over here. And we're going to want it to be like right there. But now this is making more sense. But I probably have to do this first. So maybe I scoot this out of the way. Oh, it's still in the way a little bit. Too far? I don't want to push it too far because I want to be able to like bridge the gap when I'm walking. See, am I going to be able to make that? Let's see. Oh wait, what am I doing? I have no way to get across this. Oh, here's another one. Can this be moved? Is there a ramp over here? This can come all the way through now, right? What does that do? No. Okay. So do I have to get over here and move that? It kind of looks like I might. No, don't do that. Oh, I didn't realize there's buttons to quickly raise and lower without having to align it with the actual button. Okay, so should be able to get across here and see what's happening. Got some stairs. Okay, as I thought. This one goes across and fills that hole. And then I can raise it. That's a little faster. Okay, and now, whoop. Now we can push this. Where's this gonna go, though? I should look before I actually go there. I'll go over here and I'll be able to push that button. This better be good. Where is it? Right here. Where am I? Nope. Am I gonna be boxed in? No. Yes. Damn you developers. Gotta make it all tedious. Okay, what do I do with this? Right? And then we can close this up. Let's try it, see if I got everything lined up right. Wait, what's over there? What? Hold on, let me come back to that. Ah, thank goodness. No! What? Are you gonna make me do that again? What? I felt like I almost fell through the first one though, so if I push this too far, I'm gonna fall through the first crack. No! See, look at this crack. How am I gonna make it through that? And then you give me only one walking speed, so I have to... How many times am I gonna have to walk around here trying to get this perfect? Ah, thank you. Alright. What did that do? What did that do? What did that do? Yes. Okay, before I check that out, let me see if I can make it back. Okay. I just realized I'm gonna lock myself over there if I move. I don't need this anymore, right? I'm gonna move this, just in case, so I can get back through there. One other thing I didn't do is check out this other side before I do something that I may not be able to come back. That looks suspicious. Like the Kool-Aid man's gonna just burst through there. Okay. Alright, let's try this out. What? It won't let me go that way. What? Oh, there's stairs. I thought I had to jump down. Alright, what do we got? 100 Bells, Sandy Heights, 5 p.m. What are you talking about? 100 Bells, Sandy Heights. Sandy Heights, is that the place that was in that note to the driver? Antechamber. North lever, underground. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this, but we are underground. So it's either here or it's in the precipice and I need to like solve that chess puzzle or something. Alright, what do we got in here? What do we got? Something controlled by the pump room? The whole thing is underwater. Maybe this is connected to the fountain? Probably not. Whoa, what's this? Oh. Where our reservoir? We're in the reservoir. Oh, so maybe the water levels are controlled by this somehow. Let's check it out. Oh, clearly. Clearly we have to get across, and we're going to use these two clock hands to do it. So I probably need to connect this to the one on the left. Can I? No. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah, maybe that comes around from that other door. How long has this fire been just going by itself? What do you got in there? Oh, okay. Oh. These are separated by two. A lantern and something. That'll turn it. And that'll connect over there. Let me do this. What's over here? Nothing. Okay. So if I move that one over there, then 1, 2, it'll go over there. And then 1, 2, it'll connect back. It'll go over there. 1, 2, it'll go over there. How do I get there? 1, 2, it goes to an empty one. 1, 2, and it goes to that. Oh, okay. Let's go see what that is. No guardrails or anything. Don't tell OSHA about this place. What do we got? What do we got? Underground map? Oh, yes. Okay, okay, we're in the basement. Alright. Give me a magnifying glass, dude. This is where we came in. This is where we just went. I don't think I need the magnifying glass. It's just getting in the way. 9 takes us to the north lever. Okay, the reservoir takes us to the fountain entrance. So if I drain the reservoir, then, and I drain the fountain, then I can always get to the north lever, like every day. What is number 7? The torch chamber. Oh, yeah, what's the reservoir for? Because it looks like I can, if I drain the fountain, I can get just through here every day. Right? The catacombs. Okay, if that's where he's buried, I know that there's something like to do with his grave because I read a message about that. I'm gonna screenshot that. I don't see any secret messages or anything that looks like it would be. And then what is this? Mechanarium, you found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add it? Who in their right mind would say no? Like, seriously, just put it there. Can I grab this? No. Okay. So I've got to put this back the way it was. back to the beginning. Okay, which ones get me to that? 1, 2, that? Or 1, 2, that? That looks just empty. So, that pretty much leaves this one as the only one that will do it. 1, 2, which means I have to come in that way. So I have to line those two up. Which is going to take a while. Okay, did that do it? Yeah. So there's a boat on the other side. So I guess I don't drain this. Oh, maybe I do though, because there's like a tunnel down there. And yeah, there's stairs. I've got to be able to drain that. Oh, what was that note about the minecart? What was the note about the minecart? Let me see if I can find that. So I wasn't able to find where I read about that. But I wonder if I can get over there from here. Yeah, it looks like I can get to the back of it and then maybe move the minecart from here. Because right now those two should be connected. Yeah, they are. So I can get over there from here. And then I'll be able to line them up. What? No. What is that? Oh. What in the... What? Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh. I did not realize that this would do that. Hold on. I thought it would be a twisty one. Let me look at that one more time. It only goes up, right? Okay. And then that connects door separated by 1. Oh, is there some way to be on it? No, right? Is there something up there? No. Okay, I think I know what I have to do here. I have to finish draining the fountain. If I drain the fountain, I can come in through the south part of the underground and move that cart. this can only go to 2 places. So I really need to be able to get in there. But I'm done drafting. Right? Yeah, I'm done drafting. So the key will be getting the pump room. Once I get the pump room, so I'll have to have a day where I get into the antechamber and get a pump and have at least drained the fountain on the same day. But I can but the pump room changes are permanent. So if I manage to drain the pump room on any given day, then the next time I make it into the antechamber, I will be able to also have the north door open, I believe. Okay. One thing I'm curious about is the map that I just looked at showed, I was right to suspect these colored bricks here because the map showed that this leads to that railway entrance that's boarded up outside. So it looks like that's just permanently blocked off. I don't see, I have the sledgehammer, I have a shovel, so it doesn't seem like there's a way to actually get through there anymore. And then if somehow, once I get access to the outside, to the basement from the outside, then I would theoretically be able to enter if I had a security key. I'm not really sure how I would get a security key like that early in the game, but that is another way to enter the building. I just opened a new room for me randomly because I didn't get it was archived, but it's called Her Ladyship's Chamber. My day's pretty much over because I don't have any more doors, but it does say the next time you enter boudoir, gain 10 steps. The next time you enter the walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. Let's see if there's any notes or anything in here. A telescope. A spyglass telescope. Gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the observatory. Does it happen automatically or do I use it? Whoa. What was that? Oh, the treasure map. It looks like the spot. Time to start digging. I did 2 of these in one day. Dig, dig. I did, by the way, see a white queen right there. We got another coffers. Oh, dang. It contains 8 gems, and my day's over. I accidentally, in the laundry room, switched my coins for gems, so now I've got 40. It'd be a pretty cool day to get... who is this? It would be a pretty cool day to get the freezer, but I'm done drafting at this point, so that's out of the question. A diary of some kind? It's locked. Oh no, are you telling me... What? Okay, here's an upgrade disk. I need to go use that. This is one of the realm symbols. It's a sun hat. Another photograph. Oh, what is that? I can't use the magnifying glass with it. Really? Yeah? Does it never end? Is the key for the journal somewhere in here, or... Okay, so I'm gonna make my way back to the security room to use the terminal there, and then I think I'm pretty much done. So entering my upgrade disk, the courtyard data, the courtyard's gonna be updated. I can get 2 gems, 5 dig spots, or it's always left unlocked. Let's do 2 gems, because the dig spots, they don't always work out. Do I have another one? No. One other thing I wanted to check is the archives. Can I unlock a different cabinet now? Because I've already unlocked this one. Oh, there's another one, right? Oh, okay, so this is new. Okay, this looks important. I wish the magnifying glass wasn't here. March 10th, 1886, Reddington Herald. Peace. Terms of surrender have been accepted. The red flags flying over the capital was a bittersweet sight of comfort for many of this realm's war-weary citizens. After 22 years, peace had come at last. We, the staff of Reddington Herald, join all the citizens of Reddington in welcoming this new era of peace, and formally retract and disavow all prior printed support of House Desolates. So they were on the wrong side of history, I guess. Royals flee in defeat. For shame, oh you cowardly coattails, in our most trying hour we clung, and in yours you ran. In his first public address since the end of the war, the victorious leader of the Fen Army, General Teskin, did not express much sympathy for his fallen enemy. The royal family's departure was not unexpected, as rumors of their plans to flee to the neighboring realm of Viraja have been circulating even before the war's end. However, the suddenness of their departure has left many of their supporters feeling abandoned. It's a disgrace, a betrayal of the people they swore to protect. They fled to foreign lands seeking comfort and refuge, while their people suffer and struggle to rebuild. This is not the kind of leadership we need. We need leaders who will stand with us in times of adversity, who will not abandon us when we're afraid and at our most vulnerable. December 9th, 1924, Desolate's princess born in exile. In the 4 decades since the end of the war, little news has reached our news desk regarding the former royals whose life in exile has remained a quiet source of speculation and mystery. Prince Rolf, the grandson of Desolates the Fourth, broke that silence on Tuesday when he announced the birth of his daughter, the Princess Caitlin J. Ari, who, in keeping with Arajan tradition, was endowed with his mother's surnames. His mother's surnames. Close supporters of the exiled family are of course concerned as this public announcement displays a notable shift in conduct for the royals and sets the stage for the family to exit private life and return once again to the public sphere, a change that would undoubtedly stir up long-buried allegiances and unrest in our realm. This was like 40 years later, right? Tensions rise on southern border. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways has caused increasing tensions with our southern neighbor Raja, who has for many generations relied on our realm's rail tracks for northern passage to Arch Aries. The ensuing round of trade negotiations with Raja, which were conducted with reckless care and little diplomacy, have, to the surprise of no one, ended in an impasse. Early reports have alluded that in addition to their other demands, the Crown has requested that the asylum granted to the former House of Desolates be revoked. That's January 11th, 1929. This looks like part of a sigil. And that's it. Well, this was an exciting day. I finally got to the Antechamber. I figured out what I need to do to get to the 10th rank. So now I just need the right roll of the dice to get there. And I will end it here since it's been 2 long days, and I'll see you on the next one for day 24. Have a good one.